What's up, World Renowned family? We're going to look at the number one small business mistake that entrepreneurs and small business owners make consistently and repeatedly. But we're also going to discuss how to overcome this mistake quickly. And it should only take about 15 minutes of your day at the start of your day. So here is the first thing that I want you to be aware of, and it is the small business mistake. And it looks as if I'm going to say something explicit. I promise I am not, but it is suck off, right? And you're saying, Neal, that definitely does not sound, well, it sounds like a problem, but I don't know if it's the number one small business mistake that we make. And here's what that is. It's nothing more than having the wrong focus, right? Because if we look at it going this way, we now start to see the word focus. Here's what this also means for you and I. Many times as entrepreneurs, we have our focus backwards. We think about ourselves, our needs, about the bills that we have to pay or payroll that is coming up, about the challenges of the industry, and we do not have the proper focus. It's very easy, as an example for me, to talk to you but face this way. And things, you would probably admit, are a little crazier if I'm speaking to you but I have the wrong focus. Well, let me tell you this. That's what many of us are doing in our businesses today. You are thinking that you're speaking to the audience, the client, consumer, prospects, but you have your back turned. For us as business owners, as entrepreneurs, maybe our focus, improper focus, is on a better product or service. Maybe it's on the competition or even our own insecurities. Maybe you haven't come to market because you don't think that you are deserving, that you have the wrong pedigree, that your accent is too thick. All of that is suck off, right? It's the wrong focus. What do we do to overcome this? Well, here's what the right or the proper focus is. It is one thing and one thing only. It's the customer. So everything that you do in your business today, I'm going to ask you to look at it from the perspective of the customer. Are you thinking, is your focus on him or her? Because if it is, here's what I know, because I am guilty, meaning not only am I the president, I am also the client. I know that if we think about the customer, we're going to ship our product, we're going to ship our service, even though it is not perfect, even though it is not the best price. It might be in its first iteration, and we might be hesitant because of our own securities. Because if we have the wrong focus, we're never going to think about the customer. We're never going to ship our product. We're always going to be working on improving, making it better, doing more market research. All of these are nothing more than excuses. So once we think about the consumer and we ship our product, if we have the right focus, what are we going to expect? What are we going to look for? What are we going to hope and pray for? It is feedback. Now, maybe the feedback is critique or criticism. Maybe the feedback is going to be a lack of sales or a disappointed client or customer. That's totally okay, because once we think about our customer and actually ship our product or service, when we get the feedback, we are going to take this feedback and let the customer know, thank you. We appreciate your feedback. Positive, negative. We have learned from the win or the opportunity. And once we take this feedback, we're going to come back to the customer, ship our second version of the product or service. My goal every day is to fail more in a day than my competition, the industry, or the market does in a week. Why? Because I know if I can get my product in front of the customer, if I can ship it and get their feedback, they are going to help me in my R&D. And so I tell everyone my goal is to fail more in a day than most companies. Most of my competition is going to fail in a week. Why? Because if I can fail 5 times on Monday, but have 1 victory on Monday, fail 5 times on Tuesday, but have 1 victory on Tuesday, most people are ignorant of my losses or failures. They only see the victory after victory after victory. Now, do you enjoy the loss, the setback, the challenge? Of course not, unless you are a narcissist, right? Unless you just love pain. What do we value though? We value the feeling of a job well done, of having our focus in proper perspective so that we can see clearly. I know that if we focus on this one small business mistake of making sure that our focus is in the right place, on the customer, on shipping your product or service, and then taking and leveraging that feedback to provide a better customer experience, you are going to win. So this one was a short one, but I hope that it was either encouraging or enlightening on how to avoid this number one small business mistake. I encourage you to like, subscribe to this channel. Make sure you like the video, but most importantly, share this with a small business owner and entrepreneur who might be making this number one mistake, whether their focus is on a better product or service to competition, or maybe their own insecurities. I hope that you will help them be the small business owner and entrepreneur that the world needs them to be. I can't wait to see you back here. But most importantly, I have to remind you of this. It's that I love you. God loves you. And there's nothing you can do about it. And until the next time I see you or you see me, don't be average, be world renowned. Peace.